Shepherd. Well, hey family! Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It is so nice to be back. We got a great show for you today, and I'm really excited because Sylvester Stallone and his family are here. This is like, I'm excited because I am a big fan, not to mention the Rambos, the Cliffhangers, Rocky franchises, but I am a big fan of Tulsa King, John. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
If you have not seen Tulsa King, please check it out because it's like The Sopranos, but it's written so much for Sylvester Stallone, and he just plays this like mafia guy that went to prison, and life 20 years passed him by, and now he's trying to figure out, you know, how he's gonna do life, and things have now changed, and he's funny, and it's poignant, and he was one of my dream guests when they kept saying, who do you want to be on the show? Sylvester Stallone. So I'm very excited that he's here. I'm very excited to talk to him and his family. Did you have a great Memorial Day, John?
I did. I kept it pretty simple. It was the weather in New York this weekend was absolutely beautiful. You couldn't have scripted better weather. Yeah. But you know me, I was in the streets a little bit. I went to this one event. You know, Brisha Webb from Starz Run the World was here recently to promote the show. Well, the show premiered on Friday, and Starz had a launch event at Saks Fifth Avenue, this swanky place called Le Avenue. And so I went over to the event. There was a photo with me. That's our head of talent, Siobhan Shonda.
Oh, look at that.
And the other two stars, Corbin Reed and Amber Stevens-West. Some people remember Amber. She was on the Carmichael Show. Remember we used to watch the Carmichael Show with Gerard Carmichael? But yeah, great event. Watch the series. It's on Starz On Demand. Starz has been really good to the Sherri Show. So.
Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good time over there with Run the World.
But I wasn't as busy as you. You know, I keep up with your comedy stuff on your Instagram, and you were really busy this weekend.
Yeah, it was really great. I traveled, you know, I've been on tour and doing stand-up, and so I was in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. And I have to tell you, I had so much fun because the energy was electric coming out on stage. It was so many people there. And I gotta tell y'all, I was trying to... What happened, but the energy was just like electric. We sold out 5 shows at the comedy club. And something happens, like you know, I by no means like am in an arena like a Janet or a Beyonce, but at a comedy club, when you sell out, it's a lot of energy. And so we had Jill Scott playing and the people were screaming, and you just feel like, and my mind said, Sherri, drop it like it's hot. My mind was there. But then, and I said, are you sure? This is what's going on in my, and I said, are you sure, Brain? And literally my mind was like, go for it, just do it. And as I was dropping it like it was hot and bouncing, my knees was like, what are you doing? My knees literally said, if you don't get your butt back up. And I did get up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was the snap, crackle, and pop of it all in my knees. So that's one thing, John, I will not be doing at a comedy club. I will not let my mind take over, because I was just like, yeah, this is hurting, but you gotta play it off. Like when things happen on a show, a live show, when things happen, you just gotta play it off. And I really wanted to just sit and go, does anybody have been gay? So I could rub I was just, but you gotta get up and you gotta perform for the next 50 minutes or an hour. So I was so appreciative because so many people came out to see me because of the show. And when I walked out, normally I go, how you doing? But everybody was like, hey, family! I got it. And I was so shocked. And another thing I was shocked about was I was reading on something came up in my feed. They also advertised my comedy show on AARP, okay? AARP. Let me tell you something about AARP. They finally found me. Because when you hit 50, all of a sudden AARP is somebody standing at your door with the AARP pamphlet is hanging on your door. I have been eluding AARP for 6 years. I've been on AARP's most wanted list, but somehow they saw me on the talk show, they found me at the comedy club and advertised that I was gonna be there. So, but I gotta tell you, I was just so happy that so many folks came out to support. They came out in the pouring rain. Everybody's hair literally looked like Shaka Khan at the comedy club. Poof, but that didn't stop folks from coming out, and I took a lot of pictures with the fans, and it was just a lot. The love really from the fans, and I thank you everybody who watched the Sherri show and who came and purchased tickets. Y'all had all my glam people, Rodney, John, and Theo, y'all had them taking pictures and holding up signs, and so thank you so much. And when I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, I always look for a church when I'm in the city that I'm going to, and I found a church, it's called Elevation Church, and that's me, yes, with Pastor Stephen Furtick right there. And I follow Pastor Stephen on Instagram. But here's the thing, though. Let me tell you something. Never wear new boots or shoes when you go to a church. Because when I tell you, my feet were killing me trying to be cute. And here's the thing. They got a lot of, when you go to church, there's a lot of praise and worship songs. And so they kept having me stand on my feet. And so I'm standing on my feet, and I'm going, oh, my gosh, these shoes hurt so bad. And that's when somebody goes, stop about the devil. And I'm stomping going, the devil don't need to get kicked that hard. Ouch. My feet were killing me. And when you got on these painful shoes, I'm sitting here going, how long is the praise and worship? Because they got a song for the tithes, they got a praise song for the offerings, they got a praise and worship song because it was the day of Pentecost. So every time I thought the praise and worship song was over, I'd sit down and they go, stand up, everybody. And literally, I was doing this. Praise him, just. And the bad thing was they said me wasn't a bad thing, but they had me in the front row. And when you're in the front row, you can't leave. Everybody sees you. And I was just sitting there going, I just want to massage my feet. And I said, I want to leave. And then the pastor Furtick was like, everybody stand up again. Don't leave. Just stand. And I was like, uh-oh. And by that time, I was just like this. Okay, I think I can do it. But I got to tell you, I had such a good time at Elevation Church. Even my feet, the pain went away. I don't know what y'all preach. The pain went away. So thank you so much, Elevation Church. I loved it. And then when I was there, I met one of our affiliates, WSOC. And that's me with one of the anchors, Erica Bryant. And you guys were so nice to me, and you're big fans of the show. They moved me to 3 o'clock in the afternoon after Family Feud, which is a good spot. Yeah. I'm in a really good spot.
Yeah. Upgrade, Jeff.
Yeah, so I'm following Steve Harvey's Family Feud, and then I lead into the local news. So thank you, WSOC, for all your support. I appreciate it. That was my Charlotte trip. Charlotte, North Carolina, you owe me nothing. I loved it. Now, y'all, I saw this on social media, and I loved it. Beyonce's Renaissance tour is turning into a family affair. Because while Beyonce performed on stage, she was joined by her 11-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy. And I love that because look at that. Blue served as a backup dancer while her mother performed songs My Power and Black Parade. And Beyonce was a proud mama. She posted, my beautiful firstborn, I'm so proud and thankful to be your mama. You bring us so much joy, my sweet angel. And I love this. And I love watching Beyonce. I love watching Blue Ivy dance. And I also said, this is a good tax write-off for Beyonce. Because you can write off a lot if you have your daughter dance for you, especially if you call Blue Ivy the creative director. That's a nice tax write-off. But I love that Blue Ivy is so easy. Look, she's just so easy and free. But you see them dancers behind her, they are working hard. Those dancers are working so hard because they're afraid they're gonna lose their job to an 11-year-old. They are working hard. But I love it because she's so creative. She was just like, this is my mama, and I'm dancing for Beyonce, and everything is good, and Beyonce is my mama. I mean, I loved it. I feel like this is the start of Blue Ivy's world domination. You know, because she already has a Grammy. You know, she's got a Grammy. I feel like Blue Ivy is gonna be an EGOT winner by the age of 15. I feel like, I'm telling you, mark my words, Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, I know she's investing in a Broadway show right now. I know this. And again, I sit here and I look at Blue Ivy and I go, I just want to cry because my son wants to do nothing that I want to do. He don't, you know, and everybody tells my son, Jeffrey, you're so funny. That you're funny like your mama. That's the worst thing you could say to my son. I asked him if he wants to go on the road with me. He was like, no, whatever. He don't want to get on the microphone. And I look at Blue Ivy and I said, Jeffrey, look at Blue Ivy. And he was like, I don't want to be a comedian. I just sat there and was like, well, then what do you want to do? You want to be a neuroscientist? What do you want to do? So I look at Blue Ivy, Beyonce, good for you. Maybe if you want to back up, if you want somebody to help you on the road, maybe Jeffrey will go with you, because he don't want to go with me. You're amazing, Blue Ivy. Now, y'all, if you know me, you know I love me some Sarah Jakes Roberts. I love Sarah Jakes Roberts. Now, Sarah Jakes Roberts, she's the daughter of the renowned Bishop T.D. Jakes, and she has followed in her father's footsteps, and she has become a remarkable preacher and motivational speaker in her own right. And so I've been following Sarah Jakes Roberts' journey in ministry. I've been reading her books for a long time. I used to attend her church, one church, and that's the church that she and her husband, Pastor Teray Roberts, have in L.A., and I would go there before I moved to New York. I love Sarah Jakes Roberts so much so that when her father, Bishop Jakes, was here a few months ago, I asked him if he would ask his daughter, Sarah, to come and visit us on the show. And so one of the reasons I love Sarah so much is because she's been so honest about the struggles that she has faced in her life. And she doesn't mind using her life to inspire others. She is very real. So this past weekend, things may have gotten a little too real for Sarah while she was preaching at the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas, because the sermon was so moving, her wig began to slide off. So Sarah didn't let that stop her she kept preaching, but she took matters into her own hands. Okay. Now, what I have to say is, y'all, please go to the Potter's House YouTube page and watch the full sermon because it was very powerful. But here's the thing. When you wear wigs, you are trusting the person that put the wig on that is going to be secure. But the thing about wigs is when it starts sliding, I talk about this all the time. When it starts sliding, you can feel it slide. Because you will start out with it down here and all of a sudden it just keeps making its way up, especially if the wig weighs a lot. And all you can do is what Sarah Jakes did was pull it forward. So she preached for the rest of the show in the wig cap, because there's nothing you can do at that moment. You can't throw down the mic and walk out and try to fix it. The show must go on. So, you know, she can't start screaming, and it was such a trip watching her. And I was so inspired by Sarah Jakes because I know how that happens. And so she just inspires so many people. Everybody jumped up and the wig, oh shoot, the wig came off her hair. Oh my God. It came off her hair. And you sitting there and what you gonna do? The show gotta go on. The show must go on. And you just gotta do it and take it, John. It just goes on.
It's one of them days.
So
Happy Monday, everybody.
The show must go on. We love you, Sarah Jakes Roberts. Don't go anywhere because up next, legendary actor Sylvester Stallone is here. to have a #1 movie in 6 different decades. He is an Oscar-nominated legend whose movies have made over $4 billion at the box office. Yes. And he is someone that you definitely would not want to get into a fight with. Please welcome the legendary Sylvester Stallone.
Thank you very much.
Can you feel the love?
I can. You know, I haven't been doing this for a long time. I went, oh no, it's like surreal. You know what I mean? After a while, when you go on publicity tours, you do a lot of speaking. After a while, you become like robotic. This is now, I'm feeling this. This is like, wow. Thank you.
I just have to tell you that it has been a dream of mine when everybody asked, when I first got my talk show, they said, who is your dream guest? And I said, Sylvester Stallone.
No.
I wanted Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, thank you.
So my first official question to you is, do I call you Sylvester, Sly, Mr. Stallone, George? What do I call, who?
Arnold. No. Sly is good,
Sly,
thank you.
call you Sly.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of your work anyway. I've seen Rambo and Rocky and everything, but I have binge watched Tulsa King. I am such a big fan of Tulsa King. And Sly, first of all, I can't believe that this is the first time that you are playing an Italian mobster. How out of all the, how is this possible?
I keep getting passed over.
What?
I go, I can beat up Al Pacino. I can beat up De Niro. No, what happened is, all the way back to The Godfather, it was 1970. I wanted to be an extra, like hiding behind the wedding cake in the marriage scene. There's like 100-300 people go, I don't know, you just don't look. I go, excuse me? So years later, and I keep following Scorsese, like I do the Italian stallion. He goes, am I ready? He goes, I don't know, you just don't. So finally, when the idea for Tulsa King came around, 50 years later, I went, I'm in.
Okay.
And I was only planning, thank you. I just wanted to do one season and just prove a point, because I didn't know how it was going to go, but it looks like we may have another one.
You're coming back for a second season.
Yeah. They pulled me back in.
I mean, but it's so like I root for you. You were so poignant with the relationship with your daughter and the cast around you. Like you're such a human being. You humanize just being an Italian mobster who has come out.
You know what I thought? It's like, why overthink it? I've seen so many guys play gangsters, and all of a sudden they give you that dead stare and a look, and it's this. It's like that attitude all of a sudden. I thought, what if one day you just woke up, every one of you, just you have your normal personalities, but instead of doing like working for a bank, you're a gangster, but you have the same personality.
Right.
Like you are who you are.
Yeah.
But you're also a gangster. and when people cross that line, that's when that clicks in. When they don't cross that line, you're very, hello, how are you?
Yeah,
You're not trying to intimidate or anything else.
Oh my gosh, and I love everything you're bringing to it. I love you created magic with Rocky.
Yeah.
Just in it's just so inspiring. Now, 50 years later.
I know,
this
minor miracle.
Slide, the Rocky franchise, it still lives on.
I know.
And it's still just as relevant today, and also with Creed.
Right.
Now, we loved you in Creed.
Thank you.
It was so wonderful seeing you in Creed. Now, can you believe that this story is still going on?
Oh, I know. With Michael B. Jordan's going on. Because at the end of the second one, I'm looking at him kind of teary, go, now it's your time.
Yeah.
And I decided that should be my farewell. I thought if I showed up in the third one, go, hey, how many farewells are you going to have, pal? Like, get lost already. So it was his time.
Oh man, you know, you are such a big action star. Now, I remember seeing you when you at dinner one time and you were outside and you were big and you had that walk. Do people come up to you and want to pick a fight with you?
All the time.
All the time?
That's right. All the time. It's really interesting what triggers people.
What?
Well, quite often, if they come up for a selfie,
okay,
and you go, I'm with the family. All right. And you go, oh, okay, so now he's looking at you all day just dying. Or if somebody's had a few too many drinks.
Yeah. But
basically, it's mostly Italians. It really is. I'm sorry, guys. It's for some reason, they think they're the Italian side. And I'm telling you, I literally watch when I go, oh, if I'm going into an Italian restaurant, there's a good chance I'm going to get pasted. You know? So...
How many times do people walk up to you and say lines from your movie? Hey, G.
All the time.
Really?
All the time. Yeah. I know. He goes, especially like if they do the yo Adrian, he goes, I ain't going down. Or anything like that.
Yeah.
He goes, it ain't about how hard you hit. But they always mess it up. He goes, it ain't about how hit you hard. And I go, guys, man. It's like that kind of situation. But the thing is, I gotta be respectful to that because it's imagine they actually memorize something. It's like extraordinary to me.
It's so extraordinary. One thing I did not know was that you and Arnold Schwarzenegger were bitter rivals during the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah.
And
well, look at him. He copies everything. I mean, come on. Even the same thing.
Like, y'all didn't get along in the 80s and 90s, and now you're friends. Yeah. How did this happen? Look at this. You're carving pumpkins.
Very good friends. Actually, it's kind of interesting. We should do a movie about grumpy old men.
Yes.
That's it. This is it.
Yes.
You know? But grumpy, dangerous old men. You know? That's kind of... What happened is basically, once we stopped competing against one another, let's say like Ali Fraser, you're not fighting anymore, you really kind of like welcome the fact that he was a great enemy and he pushes you. It's antagonistic. We were always competing with one another. Then he moved on to run for governor. And of course, I thought he was deplorable. I said, I'm never going to vote for him, never anything. Yeah. And then he calls. He goes, would you help out? I go, sure. I don't know why it happened like that. I go, okay.
Oh gosh, I could see you two as two grumpy old ex-mobsters or ex-assassins or ex-somebody, and now you just...
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we should have done something together. I mean, we did a little Expendables together, but we should have done something. Oh, thanks.
Like, it's not too late. Like, when's the next time you guys are getting together for bagels?
That's like, okay. You know what? This is the true thing. There was a picture somewhere. I didn't even notice. I had dinner with him on Thursday. Never mentioned anything. Oh, this guy is beautiful. Everything's wonderful. And then the next day, I'm going to have shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
So I'm going in at 9. He's coming out from at 8 o'clock, and literally our gurneys meet. I have a hypodermic needle. He's all wrapped up. Same arm, same rotator cuff. I said, God, how did I not marry this guy? How is this, constantly, since 1976, bumping into each other like that?
Oh, my God. I would go to pay and see a movie about both of you guys.
Yeah.
Meeting on a... It starts out there on a gurney, and that's when the adventure starts. But I know one of the movies that I love, and it's been 30 years since this hit movie, Cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
Cliffhanger. Now, they just announced a sequel.
Yeah.
Are you going to be hanging off mountains again?
But this time I'm dropping people constantly. No, I've decided now I'm, of course, the father, and it'll be my siblings.
Okay.
My offspring, I should say.
Yes.
And they are siblings. It'll be a son and a daughter. And they are primarily taking the majority of the action. Of course, I'll get hurt somewhere, and I'll do one hang. Obligatory hang. Yeah. And then that's it.
Okay, but what I want to know is, are you going to be dressed like this in the booty shorts and the little tank top? When you do your obligatory hang?
I kind of look like a 200-year-old pole dancer now. I don't think that's gonna happen, but thank you anyway.
Oh my gosh. You know, one of the things with Cliffhanger and all of the movies that you do you do your own stunts?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dumb.
Not good?
Foolish.
Not good, huh?
Not good, because I'm serious, I've had every operation you can imagine. I mean, it's still going on. 5 back operations, 3 neck fusions, shoulders, knee. Oh, yeah. Dumb.
Okay.
Dumb. And I said, okay, what it is, you get revved up.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're on in intensive care. Like, sure, Dolph Lundgren, punch me as hard as you can. And he did.
And he did.
And I'm still feeling it.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. It's foolish. Today, luckily, they've come to their senses. They have CGI. It's like, cut, bring someone else to get pounded. But back then, I didn't know any better. I was just so excited to be on a movie set. And now, I live on Advil. If I had another daughter, I'd call her Tylenol and Advil.
Tylenol and Advil. Now, I know you're not doing stunts on this new reality show that you have with your family.
Oh, exactly.
The Family Stallone.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the Advil and Tylenol. But this is a reality show with your family, your daughters and your wife. Why did you decide to do?
Because they're so wonderful, and we have this very interesting relationship at home where everyone like yells at me, but it's funny because I yell back. It's back and forth, and it's all done in pretty good, with mostly humor, but definitely love. And I thought, usually when people do reality shows, they go, "Oh, you're kind of like the end of your career and this and that." And I thought, things are really booming. Why don't I do it now while I'm feeling somewhat relevant, somewhat active, and and let everyone see what it's really like at home. You see what I mean?
Oh, yes.
So it's more of a documentary reality show, and you're just going the journey. But it's crazy.
Okay, I can't wait. Up next, Sly's family is going to join us to talk about their new reality show, The Family Stallone. Don't miss it. Now, joining him now are his wife, Jennifer, and daughters, Sophia and Sistine. And we have to give a shout out to Scarlett. She's taking a test in college.
Her last final, so she had to take it. She already asked her professor if she couldn't be here. He's like, no, you have to show up for your final. So.
Well, we are definitely education. So we love you, Scarlett. Next time when you come. So welcome to the show, ladies. Congratulations on the new show. I'm very excited to watch it. What can we expect from the Family Stallone?
Oh my gosh.
Sistine.
Okay,
Sorry, the hard question. No, it's a lot of love. I think it's going to give viewers a real inside look of what our family is truly like. We're 100% genuine. We're crazy. My little sister is navigating college. Sophia and I are navigating young adulthood, trying to make careers of our own. And, it's really fun to see their silly dynamic because my mom is super goofy and my dad is the funniest person I've ever met.
Yeah, he really
So you got 2 funny people.
Oh, our house is truly you don't talk, you scream talk. It is so loud.
You can't get a word in, and everybody is animated, and everyone has a point, and all of us are completely opposite. Like, Si and I are like oil and water, but we work, It's
and everything is female.
It's all female? I wonder why.
The dogs, everything.
The cat.
The cat. Everyone. Like,
oh, gosh. Jennifer, I remember this. I remember when you and Sly were dating. You started dating 34 years ago. You've been married for 26 years. Am I correct on that? 26 years. Look at this. Like, this is when you were modeling. Oh, right here. Girl, you was sexy on that bicycle. Look at that.
Who doesn't ride a motorcycle in a museum? Come on. Now, that's a date.
That is a date.
Yeah, we went a whole 1 mile an hour.
And you say that, Jennifer, laughter is the key to a successful relationship. So does Sly play pranks on you?
Oh my God.
Keep you laughing?
That is all we do. I mean, he literally from the first moment I wake up till the time we go to sleep, we're always doing
her outside.
No, he did this one thing. I swear, he always is pulling a prank. Now I'm catching on to him after 35 years. He literally. One time we were at a hotel and it was snowing and he's like, oh my God, look at the snow. And I was in my underwear. Yeah. No clothes on. I was in my underwear. He's like, look at the snow. It's so beautiful. He opens up the door. All of a sudden he pushes me out, locks the door, and I'm standing
on Fifth Avenue.
On Fifth
knew.
Snowing in my bra and underwear.
Oh my gosh.
And then screaming, loving it.
Cold-hearted.
Okay, but I did get him back.
What
the
did you
other
do?
day, it was like a hurricane in Florida, and he went with barely anything on, and he's like, oh my God, look at the rain, the lightning, the thunder. Pushed him out.
That was scary, man. I thought, like, I'm gonna get fried
it's
here.
Your turn. You were so
That
scared.
was kind of cruel.
So you were half naked out there too, Sly?
Well,
You guys need some
it's no
clothes.
big deal anymore.
What is going on?
Oh my God.
We're empty nesters, so we can wear
Yeah.
whatever we want now.
Oh, I like that. Now, Sophia, growing up with Sylvester Stallone as your dad, like, how was he as a girl dad?
Oh, my
Look
God.
at this right here, you and your sister.
I think this is pretty self-explanatory about how we were raised because we would wake up in elementary school, I kid you not, 5 a.m. It was Navy SEAL training. It was 30 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, doing clean and jerks, and then he wanted us to be shot putters. So we would be training for shot putting.
Really?
This is
It's
all
different.
before 8 a.m. Pool table, and then we would
Golfing.
Throw a punch.
we had a jungle gym growing up, right? He took it out and put a softball training. We never played softball, but he wanted us to be softball players.
Pitching
And
machine.
And he had us on a high egg protein diet.
really,
We were jacked. We were jacked.
So it was very different, but we had 6-packs in 3rd grade, and we could kick every boy's butt.
And speaking of boys, a 6-pack in 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of boys, Sistine, how hard was it just dating and having Sylvester Stallone as your father? Did he intimidate the boys?
Oh, boy.
What do you think? It is traumatizing not only for me, but mostly for them. I remember one specific story that just comes to mind. This boy takes me home after a date.
Yeah.
He's going in for the first date kiss.
Yes.
And he looks up at the second balcony and he goes, oh my God, what is that? And it's my dad standing on the second floor balcony, looking down at us, backlit, like this. He gets in his car, and I never saw him again.
Oh my God!
Good riddance.
So, not great.
Says he barely, we have to tell him, say hello, and then what he'll do is do a kibosh on their hands. He'll take their
Really
hand
hard?
really hard, and the poor kid's like, oh.
Oh, that was my first boyfriend. Shook his hand and said, shake it like a man, get a better grip.
Oh my
And
gosh,
he freaked
Sly.
out.
For all the fathers out there, buy hand grips, and just as you're watching TV, you know, because when the boyfriend comes and you hit him with that,
Yeah.
it sends a
I mean,
message.
just be a... Guess what?
It really sends a
Single.
message.
And they're single, Sly. They're
Very single. Very single.
Yeah.
Right. I want to keep them that way.
This is the thing. I saw a picture of Al Pacino. You got the legendary Al Pacino to appear in your first episode.
Right.
Sly, how the heck did you do
It's
that?
the strangest thing because, you know, we talk, but not every day. You know, it's like in
Yeah.
showbiz. Hey, I love you, but we never talk.
Yeah.
Well, I call him up. I said, Al, it's been a long time. He goes, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? I go, why don't we have a meet for a piece of pizza down the street at the Mulberry Street Pizza? And he goes, okay. I gotta say this out of the blue. So he shows up, Al, and then all of a sudden the cameras appear. He goes,
Verge on you.
am I being bushwhacked? I said, you're on the reality show. Hey, free pizza. And to his credit, he went, okay. And here he was, and the great Al Pacino. And he's funny in this. But no,
He's
and Arnold was about to come down the street, but I think he went shopping, so I had to sneak up on him later on. But Al is fantastic. And so the show is, you know, you never know what you're going to get.
It just looks like so much fun, and to see Sly in this position
Yeah.
of being funny and sensitive. And now I got to ask you, because out of all 5 of you filming, who liked the camera the most? Which one of you? This one here.
Oh,
This one here. She
What
never.
makes you say that?
he loves the camera. I'm like, at first he was like, I don't want to do a reality show. This is ridiculous. They can't come into the house. Now he's like, okay, I need all the cameras around me. It's my storyline. It's so funny.
He
Let's
would
talk about
follow.
something
He would
interesting.
follow. No, he would follow the lens. If the camera go over here, he'd go in front of it. He was always trying to be in frame.
My life. Showbiz.
Oh my gosh. Sistine, Sophia, Jennifer, Sly, I want to say thank you so much
Oh,
for
thank you. Great audience.
Appreciate it.
Great.
You guys, watch the Family Stallone. I'm already laughing. Watch the Family Stallone on Paramount Plus now, and we will be right back. The Family
Family Stallone.
Let's play How It Started, How's It Going? So I'm here with Michelle from New Jersey. Michelle, I am going to show you a photo of a celebrity at the start of their career, and you have to guess who it is. So let's see the celebrity. Okay, here's some clues. This cheerful TV personality is just ordinary people with husband John Legend. She's the queen of clapbacks on Twitter. She's got everyone craving her cookbooks.
Who is she?
Well, yeah, who is she?
Because she might be a little bit, for me, too young. I don't know who that chick is, but she got a high school uniform on, so she's a cheerleader. That's who she is. She's
She sounds like Chrissy Teigen, she said.
That's it,
There you go. There you go. All right, we got Stephanie from Florida. Stephanie, let's see the next celebrity. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's some clues. This Bollywood beauty is a former Miss World pageant winner. She's the wife of a Jonas brother. She starred alongside The Rock and Zac Efron in Baywatch.
Ooh, I know her name. Is
what?
it Pat Mead?
No, it's not. It's almost like Priyanka Chopra, something like that.
Priyanka Chopra.
There you go. All right, there you go. So next is Monica from Maryland. Monica, let's see the celebrity. Okay, here's some clues. She came in like a wrecking ball. She was born to parents Billy Ray and Tish in 1992. She's also known as the secret pop star Hannah Montana.
Miley Cyrus.
Thank you. Now we got Keisha from New Jersey. Keisha, let's see the celebrity. All right, here's some clues. This cute kid definitely doesn't want a baby boy. She was one tough cookie running an empire. She's been hustling and flowing in the industry since 2001.
That's Taraji P. Henson.
There we go. Thank you all for playing, everybody. You are all getting a $100 gift card to Harlem Shake Restaurant. And we'll be right back. And today's laugh comes from Ariane, who captured a hilarious moment when her mom tried the surf ride at a water park. Take a look. Okay, it's starting out good, but okay, I don't think she's able to get in. What's going on? Are you gonna get in? You're not gonna get in? You're trying, okay, oh! Well, you went up, oh my God. Wow, you didn't come out. What's going on? Oh my goodness, look at this. You're trying to get back off. You're trying to get off. She goes back up. This thing won't let her go. It won't let her go. She keeps going. Oh my God. Oh, lady. Oh, poor baby. Look at her. Just stop. She got a wedgie. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all know you could have turned off that water earlier. This is actually video of me every time I try to dip my toe into the dating pool. I try to get out, they suck me right back in. Thanks for the laugh, and we'll be right back. It's time for Tell Me Something Good. I'm here with Mykelti and Malira from Texas. So, Malira, tell me something good.
Hi, Sherri. I'm here with my twin sister, and we're celebrating our 27th birthday. This is our first time in New York, and we just had to come see you, Sherri.
Oh, my goodness. That is so great. And to celebrate your birthdays, we are giving you both gift cards to Lasagna Ristorante. We will be right back. Sherri Show TV Instagram. So join me today at 12:15 Eastern. I'll be in my dressing room taking your questions, and follow Sherri Show TV on Instagram right now. And I hope something on today's show put a smile on your face. Tomorrow, Terry Crews, pop, 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 will be here. Until then, be intentional about having a good time. Bye.
Nice.